Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. And welcome to Tuesday's edition of the DCEU Daily. This would have uploaded very, very late to you today. And if you look forward to the videos, I'm not sure if anyone does, but if you do, you would have been sitting there thinking, what is he doing today? Has he given up? Never, never, never. Because today, on Tuesday's edition of the DCEU Daily, we're talking and we're asking, what next after Joker? So you can follow me on Twitter at MoviesTVMad, where we can continue the conversation. So what next after Joker? There's no question with this huge 96 million domestic box office and this 230 million global opening weekend, the era of the Black Label, DC Black Label, has begun. This was Todd Phillips' brainchild originally. Warner Brothers said, no, do this film and we'll see how we get on. And there's no question about it. And I'm sure you're expecting me to talk about and have an opinion about these two guys who were smoking in the cinema while watching Joker and having to be thrown out, or the fact that Joker, when he's dancing on the stairs, he's dancing to Gary Glitter's song, who is a convicted paedophile. But I'm not going to talk about any of that because it's all irrelevant. For some reason, the mainstream extreme left media have decided to really go at this film. Well, look, listen, there's no mystery. They're very upset that this is about a white man. They're unhappy and they're trying to destroy this movie. And all they're doing is giving it more and more press coverage. This is not a controversial film. This is about a man suffering with mental health from no fault of his own through his mother's boyfriend, bashing him constantly over their head, right? And having issues in his life. This is a beautiful story. And I say it's a beautiful story. It's a beautifully tragic story. And I think the commentary for this should all teach us to be better to each other. But no, the media have decided to attack white men, white incels. So they haven't learned any lessons from this film. Don't be like them. Don't be like CNN. Don't be like all these jealous people. When you've noticed they're always attacking DC films. They attack Man of Steel. They attack Batman v Superman. They just don't want DC to be successful. They love their Disney. They're probably on their payroll. And they can't believe that Warner Brothers have struck gold with the DC Black Label. And the first movie, Joker, is loved by more people than don't love it. So what's next? I think it's very interesting. I played you a video a few days back when they asked Joaquin Phoenix if he's interested in continuing this story. And he said he would like to work with Todd Phillips on other projects, but including maybe continuing the Joker story. He also said if it was up to him and Todd Phillips, they'd still be working on the movie now. So I think he's thinking, and he said he can't stop thinking about the character as well, which is brilliant. I think he was because this is one of these actors who just totally engulfs himself within his character. I mean, I met people like him at drama school. I must admit, when I was at RADA, there were a few like him. There's not many. I mean, I certainly am not Method, but you know, I met a few people, men and women, and they were just amazing. You know. I don't know how they do it. They just engulf themselves totally. With me, I have to be able to step outside the character. Otherwise, look, with my issues as well, I just couldn't handle it. But credit to him, he's amazing. Yes, I absolutely would love to see a sequel. Some people are saying it will ruin it if there's a sequel. I don't think there is. The Joker's still out there in comics. I like to think that Heath Ledger's Joker's out there somewhere. Jack Nicholson, obviously. I never agreed with Jack Nicholson's Joker being killed off. I thought it was stupid, but probably he didn't want to do it again. It was a one-time thing, but nowadays, you win so many cool points if you do comic book movies, and this is a comic book movie with a twist. And so what is next is, I believe, I would love them to do Lex Luthor next, but within continuing this Joker story. I mean, having the Joker and Lex Luthor in this story, you know, and they could do anything with Lex Luthor. But you know what the truth of the matter is with this DC Black Label? Todd Phillips has unearthed something extremely interesting with this Black Label. Because literally, you could do anything. You could do a dark label, a black label, Flashpoint. You could do a black label Injustice Superman if you wanted to. I know that's what they were looking to do within the Snyderverse, but they could kind of do something with that. It doesn't just have to be about villains. There could be darker elements of Superman, Green Lantern, the Lantern Corps. They're all in there. They're all in the comics, right? They're all in the graphic novels. So basically, the world's their oyster. Or if they wanted to, they could do another standalone Joker movie continuing his story, but also at the same time, on alternate years, could do like individual character stories. I think people are gagging for Luthor, and I think we're all gagging for Luthor. I think it's no secret that Jesse Eisenberg will never play Lex Luthor again. For one reason or the other, it didn't go down well with everyone. I thought he was well written. I would never have cast Jesse as Lex Luthor. I think he did a great job, but ultimately it didn't work. And I think there definitely should have been a Lex Jr. and a Lex Senior there. That would have been interesting, but who knows? Maybe that would have been revealed by Zack Snyder later on. I always thought that was the plan, because he kind of talks about his father in Batman v Superman as past tense, but he never says he's dead. He never says the words that my father died. It's like when he says to the senator, is it Senator Finch? I can't remember. From the senator from Kentucky, he goes, maybe if I keep this all the same, maybe he'll come back. So elements of that are hinting that he's dead, but maybe elements are hinting that he's just missing. Nobody really knows. And we'll never know. It's sad because I think that Zack did a great job with him. I think David Goyer and Chris Terrio did a great job with him. But we need a new Lex Luthor. Now, whether that's within the DCEU or the Black Label, I would absolutely gobble that up. But I think there's so much potential here. They have unearthed something. Because don't forget, this is a Joker origin story. Let's not remember that. Now, apparently Todd Phillips, and I don't have a quote here, but apparently Todd Phillips has said maybe Joaquin Phoenix's Joker inspires the real Joker. He's hinted that. Basically, anything is possible now. But when your film makes 230 million globally, you know you're onto something special. And all this negativity, I don't listen. Some people, and I'm starting to think that as well, don't forget CNN are a Warner Brothers owned company. Maybe this is manipulating the PR. If it is, well done. I don't really care. Either way, what people say about this film, it's popular. It's going to have great weekends for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I just think it's a success. It's a great movie. It's different, but it's not just different for different sake. It's done something special. You're still going to have your Birds of Prey. You're still going to have your Wonder Woman. You're still going to have a Flash movie. You're still going to have a Suicide Squad. And hopefully J.J. Abrams does do his DCEU Superman as well, or maybe he'll do it in another universe. What we're seeing now from DC, that this is a world of films in different universes. And I think that's amazing. And if they're going to continue doing that, that's very, very interesting. So this year was one from the DCEU and one from the Black Label, if you like. Next year, we're totally within the DCEU. We've got Birds of Prey, an R-rated movie, and we've got Wonder Woman 1984. It's a very exciting year. We're back with the DCEU again. And the DCEU is always going to be a hot potato and a hot subject. But with all the reactions to Joker, I just think DC films, like, ever since 2013 with the launch of Man of Steel, it's all been controversial. And you know what? I don't know about you, but I really, really do enjoy the controversy. So there's obviously you can do Luthor. Now, how would you do a Luthor movie? Now, Grace Randall was talking about this. You could actually just have him coming to Gotham, start getting involved with business situations within Gotham. Him and Joker could meet. And look, anything's possible here. He could be going for president. Who knows? Anything's possible. Now, it's interesting with a Luthor origin film if that's what they would do. Who knows? We know that actually Smallville did a great Lex Luthor origin tale. If you think about it, is it too soon after Smallville to do that? Not really. Not everyone watched Smallville. Look, nothing would please me more than Michael Rosenbaum being in this film. But it looks like they're really going to go for critically acclaimed actors. Bryan Cranston is one the fans have always wanted to play Lex Luthor. I think this is one of the frustrations from a lot of people when they heard that Jesse Eisenberg had been cast as Lex, because they thought Bryan Cranston would be an awesome Luthor. And you know what? He is the comic book Lex, isn't he? Lex, where did that come from? He is the iconic Lex. But then you've got Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Kingpin in Daredevil. He would be an amazing Lex Luthor. So there's some great actors out there who could really pull off a black label Lex Luthor, and that would really excite me. But there's so many things you can do with this. That's the thing. I want to hear down in the comments below, though, what you think. What do you think is next for this Joker Black Label universe? If you were Todd Phillips and you were the producer running this universe, what would you do next?